Hi, everybody. Welcome to Grab a Cup of Knit and Chat. Today, I'm going to do a quick little tutorial. I'm not very good at tutorials, so this is just something that I've recently learned how to do, and I thought it would be nice to show you. So, I am using my sock squad for February 2026 from Farmer's Daughter Fibers. It's a monthly subscription, and this month it was this red and this red was the subscription. And I wanted to do something kind of relating to Valentine's Day, but not real Valentine's Day. So I found this pair of sock pattern. The sock pattern for this pair of socks called Golden Garden Socks by Fairlight Fibers. And here's a picture of them and how they did them. And that's what I'm doing here. Only I'm using the main color for the cuff and then from the heel flap down, and the contrasting color along with a scrap of a skein that I had dyed several years ago, and I thought that it would just make it pop quite a bit. So this is my contrast. This is my coordinating contrast, and then I'm doing the red. It's just a way to do it. And then I'll use these two colors again on the toe because there's a colorwork strip on the toe as well, or just before the toe decreases. But what I wanted to show you is how I'm doing the color work on the socks, because quite a bit of times I have heard people on YouTube say, well, just work wrong side out. And I didn't really understand what that meant. So this is how I would normally work my socks, because this is the outside, and I would just work around. And my color work, even though I went up to a size 2, like on here, was still too tight, because when you're working, you don't have that much room right there. See, you're working in a small circumference, and it just doesn't give you enough. It kind of tightens unless you're really good at keeping your tension. So what I've done is I couldn't get my head around working wrong side out, and then I finally saw someone, and I can't remember where, on YouTube, show how to do it. Now, in a small circumference like these socks, it's a little fiddly. So when I started down here, it was a little bit more fiddly just working with the cuff. But you're normally working like this, and all you do is just push the cuff to the inside. And now when you're working around, that leaves your floats. See how nice the floats are and how loose they are? That's just from working wrong side out. So here I'm starting a new round on the chart, and I work with my main color in my left hand, my contrast in my right hand, and I do it this way. So there's my first stitch, and then I just throw, and I'm going to work the whole row, so you can see what I'm talking about. Sorry, I had to count. Now see, whenever I bring this again, it gives me more than what I would have before. And I just do it loosely still. I don't tighten it up or anything. That way I don't have to worry about, it's a little hard to do when I'm looking through a camera, sorry. But you see how down at the bottom the cuff is popping back up? You just poke it back down. That's it. And I'm not throwing my contrast color, I'm not holding it tight. I'm just wrapping it around a finger, and that leaves it loose enough. You can do the same thing if you're working with magic loop. Um, my new thing is working with my 9-inch circulars on my socks. I really enjoy it. I find for me, I mean, I'll still do magic loop, especially if I'm doing 2 at a time instead of like I am here with um, working in tandem. But I really like the 9-inch circular. I do find that I don't sit down and binge knit on my socks as much as I used to because my left hand will get tired. But that's all I'm doing is just working it like this. So you're working it with the floats on the outside, which gives you a larger circumference for your floats to lay in, which makes the floats turn out looser. And I love it. So I hope that this has helped. Just remember, you're normally working this way. Just push that cuff or toe to the inside and let the floats fall around the outside so they naturally go around a larger circumference. I hope this has helped. Thanks for watching. Bye.